EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Harris starts the drive on the ground. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good and run. The play we just saw there. How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. The connection here with Nelson Agholor. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice nice yardage.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
Lawrence on third down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And his kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joejuan Williams. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
That quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. Touchdown! Isaiah McKenzie from 19 yards away. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Pickett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down, here's Mitchell. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Back to throw, Pickett. Finding Pickens for another catch. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 38-yard line. Here we go.
Second and 15. Harris running straight ahead. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Pickett now from the gun here. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. They run for it with Harris, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now first and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
If this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen, here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the 3rd quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side. And he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On the give, this is Harris. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that'll hit and kick out of bounds, they say, right at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. Right at the 50-yard line. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Pickett now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. But right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Third and long for Pickett.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Baker. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Dialing up another pass here, Pickett.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 29, Lawrence.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now Lawrence.
Open man here is Conklin. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Once more with Mitchell.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Pickett now from near his own goal line.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Looking to throw, Pickett. He's got this to Pickens.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass in the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away.
From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
On second down here.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. And now here is another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down.
Here's Lawrence.
Wide open receiver complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, block it.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Another run with Mitchell.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. That's complete right around the 8. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.